All right, Peter, you want to say your name, where you're from?
Hi, I'm Peter. I'm from Australia, Gold Coast. 27 years old. Just joined. The first question is, should I state it?
Yeah. So why this service?
Look, it's multiple reasons really. I've always wanted to do a mission trip, and I've always thought about doing something with kids or something in healthcare because my profession's in dentistry, so I wanted to do something in healthcare too. I thought about it heaps. I heard about it from a couple of my friends and Mary, Laura, and I decided, well, this is a structured service which I've heard good things about. Everyone says you guys have a good system behind it and organizational skills, and there's a lot to learn from it. And I thought to myself, well, why not do a service where I could learn how they structure everything, and then maybe if I go out on my own, I could do something like that again. But to be honest, like now, I think I would love to do something like this again with the same with the same organization, like maybe the same area again, and see the kids again, and see how they've progressed. It's just been such a fulfilling thing, and I I think the service is exactly what I was looking for.
So the second question is, what has this experience meant to you?
It's a lot of things. I got to learn. I got to come out of my shell. Got to see the other side of the world, where we're not all living in big houses and driving nice cars, and all of us are like living the life basically. This is the other side where people just don't have enough, don't have even one room of what we have in our houses. They basically just live in a mud house with leaves for roofs or branches for roofs, and they thank God so much for everything they do or everything they get. They don't ask why, whereas we're always asking, why don't we get more money, why don't we get this car, why don't we get these watches, why don't we get this food, how come other people around us are richer than us. We're just never grateful, whereas these guys don't have anything at all, not even 1/10 of what we have, and they appreciate life so much, they show so much love, and it's something that I learned and benefited from so much.
So from that, how has your perception of Egypt and its people changed from the trip?
Egypt in my head was basically like, I knew there was a lot of cultural differences, and I knew it was completely different than Australia, but the way Egyptians think, the way they act towards each other, they have love towards each other, but there's a bit of roughness around the edges, and it was a massive eye-opener to see how people interact with each other. Like, you may think, like from an outsider, you may think it's a bit rough, but to them it's normal, and at the end of the day they really love each other, like they care about each other, and they fear the word of God, and that's something that's changed my perception so much to what I thought it would be. Like, I thought it was completely different than that, and to be honest, I think it's changed it to the positive. Some things I was shocked at, like the way how rough the kids act together and stuff, but eventually I realized they'll fight 1 second, but they'll be happy with each other and play around together another. It's like brothers and sisters all over again, which is such a beautiful characteristic in the Egyptians. They'll struggle to be a little bit civilized in terms of fighting, but at the end of the day they all think of each other as family, which is such a beautiful thing.
And last question is, what would you say to someone who's thinking of joining Serve to Learn?
It's a beautiful experience. It's something that will change your perception of what your life is. If you ever wanted to figure out why you're not happy with the life you have right now, come here and see what people don't have and how happy they are without it. Sometimes we just think about what we should have, but we never think about what God has given us and how thankful we should be for it. And I encourage everyone to do this, because you'll get to meet so many beautiful kids that will touch your heart. Each one has such an incredible story, and each one's got an incredible heart that will just, like, you talk to them and you look into their eyes and they look at you as if like you're the older brother or older sister that they've never had or they've always wanted. And they will love you so much, and you'll love them back, and you will never understand this until you actually do this. Like, if anyone told me this, I would not believe it until I came here and seen it for myself. It's such a beautiful feeling when you deal with these kids every day. They might get tough, but it's beautiful. It's so much fun, and I really want to do this again. I encourage anyone to do this.